Surabio, Asin Galileo, Asia, I put up white king, I think that
but with the unfolding event, when we're going to debate the work rapport on the floor, they said it. I want people on that mind to join us in debating it because there are laws that prevent any such code from being established here.
But do you think that so supporting another
I'm going to leave the premises to you that because of it, I don't want to support you. I'm supporting Matt Brody.
hierarchies?
You will not. But Matt Bruno is our son. He believes in us, and you will not do anything messy. So you will join the MDR my money, and we will register him, and we will support you, and you will win.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Cook has been represented 3 times. He has never respected me. That's why I brought him to the politics. So if you come to the Senate, it will be a battle than the Senate.
Mm-hmm. If Senkova should remain respectful to you, you can push him. But he's very, very respectful. You can take every with you every time. I use relation to him.
Yeah, that's why we're not supporting you that way. The one you are trying to come with the superintendent in place so that whoever can deal with that the superintendent and maybe irrelevant in Nima.
Mm-hmm. To subdue you politically.
Nowhere, they're trying to nowhere. Look, the Nima people, son, they are angry with Boyka. After he own candidate laying down, one candidate laying down, Bata laying down. Those are the 3 candidates get all the position to Delhi, all the top position. So Nima not happy. And then when they walk around, oh, Nima very, very angry.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but reform is better achieved at a collective level. Yes, we need to encourage effectiveness, efficiency, accountability, transparency, and capacity building in the public sector. We will need to restructure public institutions by refining their mandate and their functions. Anti-corruption reform, build professional and technical human resource capacity, and encourage gender equality. We will need legislative and quality and achievements in public institutions. Above all, we need to turn national vision into policies and achievable goals, objectives, and programs. When beyond the MOU that will be signed today, we need to engage and involve domestic and international stakeholders, government, legislators that is, the judiciary, civil society, the public sector, the media, public institutions, public servants, citizens as a whole, and international development partners. Meanwhile, the successful implementation distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we bear testimony that the national reform process as it's being evaded. The national reform process, as it's being evaded, is supported by the political will development planning, the Justice Ministry, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Foreign Ministry, and all other government ministries, agencies, and commissions in the President Mbaka administration. It is based on these considerations that the Civil Service Agency, the Liberia Institute of Public Administration, and the Governance Commission, the tripod, stand to we are determined to achieve in order to avoid the devastating consequences of bad governance. May God continue to bless Liberia.
All is not lost. God is on your side.
Oh, Mama Liberia, fifth land of liberty, I know how it feels in the hands of some of your heartless children. Are you aware that your real enemies are your children themselves? In pretense, they hail you by saying, you are the sweet land of liberty, filled with great natural resources. Yes, indeed, you are, Mama, a land that we cannot be deported from. A mother, you never get tired of opening your arms that are filled with love and compassion for all. As the saying goes, there is no bare bush to throw a child. Mama, who continues to feed on your breast milk by enriching themselves instead of creating an enabling environment for you and your other children who are referred to as masses. Is this not the same milk on which every child bearing the name Liberian should all be fed? Why only the evil ones are nourishing with greed and this, yet you are rated among the poorest countries? With deep emotional feelings, you find it hard to accept your status. Knowing that you do not belong there, it is a pity that your children are proudly wearing corruption and greed as a uniform amongst their peers. And when the few who believes in you speak of the state, at your age, Mama, your children are embracing falsehood over truthfulness, suppressing morals and integrity, and embracing violence and dishonesty. I say to you, who are true sons and daughters of Mama Liberia, let us not get tired of saying the truth, because the truth will earn our mother's freedom one day from the hands of those that come and goes and feels they should not go empty from the positions the masses gave them to occupy. Oh, Mama, politics have blinded the eyes of your children and corrupt their minds. As the saying goes, until their minds are developed, their eyes will never appreciate the works of their hands. Leaders, exploiting this sweet land of liberty, Liberians, rise up and stop the complacency, because there are more questions than answers.
Remember, by now, under President Weah, there were at least 3 demonstrations that had already happened, obstructed flow of traffic, and all of that. We sent police there with decides early in the morning without a valid warrant, without even any invalid warrant, no warrant at all. They went to the party headquarters, stormed the place, and created all of these things that has happened. Now, after the raid, they went and tried to get a fake fraudulent warrant from West Point, and the whole thing has backfired, so much so that the judiciary has arrested the person involved and put them in jail, and the whole investigation is ongoing. So what can they say now? Because you said at the beginning, the Minister of Information wrote a press statement that there was a warrant. And now we have found out that there was none, as we have been saying, and it was just a guise to go and raid the headquarters of the CDC. It's unfortunate, because by raiding the premises, you are not, advancing your cause of erasing the CDC, because it's not going to be erased. So this is the issue, and all of the negativity, the propaganda that they are spewing, all of that, the reality. Try to get after the raid was one fraudulent warrant they tried to get from West.
Telling people they are here to serve the Liberian people. Anybody come with any agenda, be there. But when we find you, we're not going back to the person who represented. It is about time that we know that we're serving the people of this country. It's about time that this is 170 years. Now the people are suffering, and we're here to serve them. I'm not afraid of anybody. God will protect us. So you come to the family, you come will come behind one thing and up, show me what. And when you leave, here who actually you come by you.
Where have they send the other money, come to work the city, and go the city as a therapy. Just to say, 19, just going to that line to answer my as a director. So to the 30th of July, he just buy me a key to enter our office. Oh, we established by a battle. When a papa tell me,
Three pieces of sugar bread.
With egg inside.
You enter my photo. So carry it to the main. Say carry it to the main. When you give it to the main, then you must come back to the car.
So the food make you now carry that you can go confuse your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the main now, the main say thank you. I say okay. The main say, oh, where you going now? I say oh. He say clean the car. Then they are two now.
In the Jeep.
In the Jeep. Then they are two.
A big Jeep.
Yeah.
That was
Blood BG. Photo G.
photo Jeep.
Yeah. So when I clean the car now.
Air condition all inside.
No. Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the whole town now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people like you can here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, can I say when I move from here out free? Can I say when I move from here out free? If you say one talk again, I wanted to. I'm not going to again. And said they call me to the office. I go explain.
I think it's explained to me that you come to get paid. You say you carry tea to the man. After you carry tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not fair.
Nobody, you getting very. You say I ask you too much question. Hey, that's explain things. Say make your egg and bread. You bring it to. Okay, explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. Sorry now. Sorry.
Say, Adi, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
I said I can take time to
Explain.
The good old Bob rightly said, lazy hand may commend poor, diligent hands bring him wealth. What a wonderful way to start up your morning. When you wake up in the morning, you see the dawn of a new day, tell God thank you. Get on your knees and say thank you. That the bastard man will say, Abba Glibov Blendening Young Wen, Pozo. Do what we are called to do and doing it to the best of our ability is what we opt for. This is your early morning bird. The program that sets your day's agenda to discuss those issues that matters to the growth and development of our country and its citizens. On this program, we bring you the flight schedules from the Rebels International Airport, giving an insight of what is unfolding there as it relates to the arrivals and departures from our airspace there at the Rebels International Airport. Subsequently, we also bring you the vehicular traffic update from the traffic in Monrovia and its environs. The work of the Liberian National Police, and so forth. We touch base on the trending issues, and we will be consistent with two major talking points. But every time we sit here, we won't relent in bringing out these discussions so that the change that we want to see can come to fruition. About it. The beautification of our country matters. The upliftment of our economy also matters. The growth and development of our beloved country in totality matters. So on this program, we do not take side because we do not have alignment to any political party. We are a responsible media institution that looks in the direction of discharging our duties and responsibilities in a responsible manner, holding factor constant that the airwaves needs several discussions, wall of invectives. So here we elevate the disco, wall of invectives. Opposition, no position, imposition, whatever position you find yourself. We talk the talk and we walk the walk. Because in union, strong success is shown. We've gone above our rights to prove we over all prevail. With hearts and hands, our country cause defending. We meet the foe with valor unpretending. As a true son of this land that I cannot be deported from, so help me God, I'm going to do all I can to uphold the sacredness of this platform. Today is Thursday, the third day of offices, but whenever you find yourself, this is the positive show. We think positive, we speak positive, because the good old boy rightly told us, as the so is So you want to know? As a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever you bring to the reality through your action is what you've thought about. So as a man thinketh, so is he. So let us think positive. Because when we are thinking positive, we will get involved with positive things. Words are like seeds, they do grow. Hope you know that. If you continue to speak negative, to you what you have desired and spoken of. So if Liberians can begin to speak positive in the midst of the situation, speak positive. Amidst the challenges, we know there are prospects and gains. So let us hold together. United we stand, divided we fall. We continue to look in the direction of negativity and expect positive outcomes. I say no. Arise, Liberian, and shine, because the light has come. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and all follow, first among equals. We chant on them and get going. Welcome to the Positive Show. A bounce of our team, followed by commercials, and when we return, we bring you the fly schedules from the Rabbits International Airport, followed by
rubbish. From political abyss, people from economic stagnant, attention African soldiers. I love you. Because they're calling African soldiers. African soldiers who fought for freedom. Nelson Mandela, African.
All day you making noise and people ear say singing. No air, no air. Like walking breathe.
Don't leave on there quote me, oh.
They say MTN Yellow Star is back and this season over it easy for everybody. You can audition online from now to the 13th and then live audition will start on the 14th. And the people going to Ghana, Nima, and the biggest one will be held in Monserrato.
That thing you talking, what thing is if I win?
La real if I win. The winner will take home a $2 million Liberian record deal with young feature in the team, a brand new car, and a $300,000 Liberian wardrobe budget. That all plus 1 year of performance with MTN. You a year of performances with MTN, 100 gigabytes of data every month, and new this year for third place of $400,000 Liberian cash prize and 100 gigabytes every month. Hey man, don't forget to tell your fellow people to dial star 415 star your code hash to vote for you when you make it. I'll be live every Saturday for the live evasion show starting from October 12. You can see your singing more.
Yellow, yellow star.
I don't want to talk about the so many chorus.
Global people, I got something that will beat you.
No, talk again. Let me give you one more for Maryland.
You know what is greater than 3 days score?
What it? Nothing will be my 3 days.
5 days score. Lusta MTN says for $1 only, you get 100 minutes to call all network valid for 5 days. Meaning you get 100 minutes you can use within 5 days and talk to any.
Get
get 100 minutes to call all networks, valid for 5 whole days. Simply dial *143# to activate and talk for as long as you want.
MTN. I had to escape.
My people, see my joy. Since I put in for a car to this other car rental service, they are yet to come, and I am getting late. I don't know what to do.
Don't worry, my sister. Have you heard about UCar Rental Service?
No.
UCar Rental Service is the best in town, and they are located on 10th Street in Cinco, right in the technology building. Very affordable with a
them right now. Hello, is this UCar rental service?
Yes, ma'am. How can we help you?
I need a car to take me to work.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm on Broad Street.
Okay, we're coming right now.
Thank you.
You need a ride? Don't worry. UCar Rental Service is the best in town with affordable price just for you. UCar Rental Service can be contacted on 0888 111 222 or visit their office right on 10th Street in Cinco, the land side in the technology. Are you looking for a getaway? From rolling hills to sparkling streams, Walking Farms, it's Traveler's Dream. We offer a unique experience for all with a 20% discount on all of our services. We are open every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And let's not forget about the food. At Walking Farms, we pride ourselves on our farm-to-table dining experience. Enjoy delicious meals made from fresh, locally and internationally sourced ingredients. There's no time to waste. Explore our farm where you can get up close and personal with friendly animals. A place whether you are seeking a peaceful retreat or an adventure-filled vacation. Beauty of nature, indulge in luxury and create memories for lifetime. For reservation, call us on 0881 248401. From sunrise to sunset, every moment is grand at Walking Farms because we are the ultimate wonderland.
Oh yes, stop by and advertise the goods and services with us. We get and run it fast for you. We can do it on our live feed on Facebook. We also, when your ads are being played on our radio simultaneously, it's also on our online radio. So we come to you in our offices where the UCar Renter is situated, right in the technology building. Come and get that vehicle to take you to that desired place of yours. It's so affordable for affordable price. So you need not to miss out on these opportunities. Just tap out on 10th Street in Cinco, the land site, right in the technology building is where we are. It's a one-stop shop building. You need legal counsel. Come on, the Dunbar Law Firm is here. You need that printing of those materials of yours. You have what are you waiting for? It's a one-stop shop building, the technology building, right on 10th Street in Cinco. Come and let's do it together. This is the Positive Show, and I'm Rufus Divine Connect saying good morning to you. I know some of you are downhearted, you are broken this morning, but I've come to encourage all of us. It's not more about politics. Every time we sit and listen to people, politicians making promises, politicians acting like they are in the interest of the masses, and at the end of the day, they seek their own personal interests. I want to speak to your conscience this morning before we bring you our flash schedules. It is important that we get to know that the world is evolving, and we need to take responsibility of ourselves. We need to look in the direction to know that we can only succeed if we unite. Our common denominator. You may go north, south, east, and west. You will always come back home. Even some of you who have gone out and have naturalized yourself in other countries, the name Liberia can never depart from you. Your root is Liberia. So if you're an American, a Liberian American, a Ghanaian, a Liberian Ghanaian, that name Liberia will never depart you. So what we can do to create a so that we can transform our society, transform our country, so that our country can get on par with other nations. You say that here, politician talking, you say, no, the one, we need to put him there. We need to put her there. And at the end of it, you feel the brunt of their action in the worst case scenario. We'll get more of these words out to you. But let us bring you the flash schedules from the Rabos International Airport. It is very important lack of focus and reminders on the issue of the flash schedules. So we thought it wise to always encourage and bring to you in our presentation the flight schedules from the Rabos International Airport. So we begin with arrivals at the Rabos International Airport. Today is Thursday, the 3rd day of October. So the first flight on the radar here is Air Cote d'Ivoire, flight HF729 will depart Conakry, that's Abidjan, to arrive at the Rabos International Airport at 2:20 this afternoon. The next flight is Kenya Airways. This evening. And lastly, for arrivals at the Rabos International Airport, Aska Airlines flight KP20 will depart Accra for the Rabos International Airport and will arrive at 5:50 this evening. Let's move on to departures from the Rabos International Airport. Air Cote d'Ivoire flight HF729 will depart the Rabos International Airport for Conakry at 3 p.m. Will depart the Rabos International Airport at 6:40 for Accra, Ghana. So that does it for arrivals and departures from the Rabos International Airport. We move on to our vehicular traffic update from Monrovia and its environs. We continue to empathize with our friends there on the Bourgeois Island, and we will extend our empathy to other parts of Monrovia, especially those that are in the Painesville area, it has become a serious embarrassment to Liberians and foreign nationals who continue to use the 72nd route as an alternative to have access either to the Tubman Boulevard or the Japanese Freeway. The last time we sat here on Tuesday, we made mention of issues relating to the Popular Work Ministry and her works. We've come to realize that there is a serious issue, in-house fight at cannot stand. These are some of the reasons why we see development, the developmental agenda of government lacking what we call timeliness and sincerity. Few group of people place these individuals to strategic areas because he cannot be to those areas at the other one will say no monkey wear baboon draw. The other one want to act like he knows it all. So at the end of the day, the horse divider itself will never stand. And who suffers? The people who should be benefiting from the works are now the ones who are going through the pinch. 22 million plus provided for rehabilitation and maintenance of road have entered into where Mr. Giddens and Mr. Tamba are at loggerhead. The corridors between the 72nd and that of the Tubman Boulevard, the entire 72nd road now, from the Connex gas station end, as far as where the late Bati Yinswa resident is in or because of in-house fight, one may say. Places that should be given keen attention so that we do not get to spend wastefully are left unattended to, and those potholes are deepening by the day and have created truck holes, and sooner or later there will be no access to those parts of Liberia, all because of the bad road condition. Liberian people are going through what they find themselves going through in terms of vehicular movement stagnation. So the entire corridor there is in a deplorable condition, and we paid a visit the last time over the weekend around the corridors between the Dixville onward through the Batnasville, get come to realize that those roads are getting deplorable by the day because lacking maintenance. So where is the maintenance that monies were provided for? Who are those responsible? And this morning, we thought it wise to bring all of these hotspots it is the Liberian people business to know what is happening around them. Some of them, they do not have the means of speaking out on those things. That's why we create an enabling environment that everyone will have the time to speak out. They say cowards die many times before their death. So let us not be cowards. Let us not act like, we want to politicize everything. That's what happens in our country. Until we can put behind us politics and face the reality and speak to the core of the issues, we will continue to be dying on the Bourgeois Island finds it difficult to have access to the Central Monrovia end based on the bad road condition. We heard the Minister of Public Works rendering apology and stating that indeed it is because of the rainy season and so forth. But we want to say to you, Mr. Minister, there are times during the month these areas that you can apply efforts to maintain the roads instead of allowing the road to get to a deplorable state that will need more fundings. Bourgeois Island route, build yourself to visit the garage every week. Prepare yourself if you have to go to a place in 30 minutes or 10 minutes. Prepare yourself by 1 hour, additional 30 minutes. So you go ahead of time so that you cannot get late, because the bad road condition will definitely cause you to get late for that activity. The potholes are many. The bad road condition is what you definitely going to experience, and based on the bad road condition, you will have vehicular traffic congestion. So if you are in the Bourgeois Island area and want to have we're going to lead you up for the Dixville. Dixville going to take you up for Batnesville. Batnesville going to lead you to Johnsonville. Johnsonville going to take you up for Pipeline. Pipeline going to lead you to Mount Barkley and other parts of Painesville. Likewise, vice versa. Those of you in the Painesville area and wanting to have access to Bourgeois Island, those are areas that you can have access to. We've come to realize, based on the bad road condition, folks that are on the Japanese freeway, mostly used by way of the 72nd route, but days, we called on the Ministry of Public Works to be proactive, put aside your in-house fight, and make sure that the right things of the Liberian people are done, because that's why you were placed at those areas. And in today's edition of this program, it's going to be an open mic, your recommendation to the president. We're going to have almost 10 months, 11 months, if you may. So January, okay, we've got 10 months. In the 10th month, right? In the 10th month, we want to recommend the workings of your ministers, your directors. You're going to recommend to the president those best performing ministers and directors and ministries as well. We're going to open the lines that you're also going to make a recommendation to the president, highlighting those who are desperately performing, that the president needs to take keen attention and place them on hold, take them off the field. If you have players on the field who are not performing and there are leakages from their wings, what the coach normally do is that so we will use this medium this morning, have you open my minister within the 10th month, within a 10-month period, your desperately performing director or minister. So to continue with the traffic update, the Tubman Boulevard, I continue to emphasize there is a serious pothole that is deepening by the day around the Polutori area, where if even public work can take a handful, just a handful of cement and crush rock, it can save the government from lot of spending when it comes to the rehabilitation of that part of the road, the Tubman Boulevard. It started as small, it is deepening by the day, that vehicles are now dodging. Vehicles are now dodging that pothole right around and that place is a major route. Vehicles will now be dodging our potholes and getting on the opposite lane. Something needs to be done about that. Mr. Public Work Minister and your able lieutenants, leave your in-house fight and do the Liberians people job. So these days, from 5, if you want to have access freely to Central Town from the Tubman Boulevard angle, wake up at 4, 5 like that. 5, you're already on the way. 5:30 at most 6. $540, the Old Road Junction, the Catholic Junction, the Vamoma End. When you cross those areas in the morning, you have a little relief to get to where you want to get in time. But if you wait for 6:30, 6:45, you will be stuck in the traffic, because these days is how the traffic is, when the traffic congestion starts. And we say many thanks to our police officers for doing the job, and to all of you motor operators, the tail lane, we've been told by the police, if you are caught using the tail lane during these hours, you will be given tickets. Police will impound your car and give you tickets. The telling is not to be used like I said, I want to encourage all of us, wherever you find yourself, this morning, speak to the president. You had a very serious issue to speak on. It is about time the opportunity is afforded you to make use of it. The president do listen. Mr. President, my recommendation, I have noticed within the 10 months you have served, your government officials, this minister have desperately performed, this director have desperately performed. My recommendation is to replace him or her. That's what we're going to be doing this morning. And you can chant in maintenance of public buildings and public facilities. It is so appalling that the Monrovia City Corporation, the Monrovia City Hall, the theater is in a very bad condition. You saw footage, videos emulating from the Monrovia City Hall, where the building, the theater is leaking. And the chair we will request people to help us. But what is lacking in our DNA is the issue that has to do with maintenance. That's what I noticed about us Liberians. We can attract people to help us. We have the charisma of getting people to help us. But when these people help us, we do not maintain what they help us with. So at that, it discourages people from helping you. Every time I take my people taxpayer money, I say, okay, let me help to donate or face the other place for Liberia, our own way of giving back to them as it relates to our friendship. Liberians would not maintain those things. The people who are placed at those areas to maintain will never How much for a zinc that you can, where are the folks who are there taking salaries for maintenance? Are they not seeing these things? Or we have politicized every spectrum of our society. There are few handful of people, and you know, the interesting thing about it, there are people who are not in the interest of the person who is there, they are leaking these kinds of information. You see what happened when you politicize things? When you start to politicize things, it becomes a situation that is so unbearable. So few group of people feel that they are entitled to, and others feel that they've been rejected or they've been marginalized. And the ones who feel that they are marginalized, they go the extreme. Should be avoided. Somebody leaked that video. Yeah. See in Monrovia City, the City Hall Theater. Place that can be used to raise funds, where people go to have their events. The seat, the whole front line, the chairs are rotting. The place is leaking. Mr. Safa, you have a meal this morning. what is happening there at the Monrovia City Corporation, especially when it comes to the maintenance of that building. It's leaking. Haven't you seen it? Since you took over, have you gone on a tour to see the entire building? And if you did, what did you see? Of yesterday are the ones who are now running with the information like a wildfire. That's why I continue to tell people, politics is not helping us, it's dividing us by the day, because people who are or who were entrusted to do the things that were meant to be done, or that are meant to be done, they did not do, but they found themselves to where they are now, and using the undone thing to do what is required to be done. And you who have been given the opportunity, not being far-sighted, but have characterized your workings with politics, you are caught up in the web. See how politicians using you now? Yeah. Rufus Cannon should have taken the meter from this point to this point. He didn't. Wants to politicize things, and he has very well. Within myself, I did not do that thing. It is during my turn that whatever happened there, and as I have been removed and my tenure have come to an end, the next man who take charge of it, I start to use what I should have done and did not do against the person who took over for me. That's how Liberian politicians are. It's all around us today. Before 2017 election, things that the former United Party should have done under the supervision of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, things that they did not do when the CDC took over. But you should have done it and you did not do it. Now that the people who have taken charge of the matter also reneging in doing the things that are meant to be done. So fast forward, 6 years elapsed. You have come back again in the new form with a vigorous, approach, building the expectation of the people that you would do. Now that you have the helm of power, the people who were there that you criticize, now they have left things undone. You have taken charge of it. So now they're using their inability to expose you who have just taken over. In recent time, those chairs got spoiled. No. The leakage on the building, not just in recent time, but because everything that you people do, you politicize it, so now it have been politicized. You go to the place that the place leaking. Within the month period, the 5-6 month period, since Mr. Safa took over, with a far-sighted mind, These are things, or these were things that he should have tackled, because when left undone, would have been a point of contention, would have been a point of expulsion, that he lacks the ability to run the place, and he lacks the charisma and all the kind of stuff. So it is now being used against him in a form and manner that it is doing his turn, that area got spoiled. They block your minds from the reality. They will not tell you the real facts. Go to the city hall right now. That's what's happening right there. The building, the theater is leaking. The chairs are all damaged. Fast forward. The ministerial complex. We all are now speaking against the filthiness of the ministerial complex. When did folks from the CDC realized that the building was in a filthy state? For 6 years, not a single paint was placed on that building after the Chinese people turned over that building to the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf-led government. In the last term of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So since that time, the Chinese people dedicated that building and built that place and turned it over to the government of Liberia. From the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf-led government to the George Weah administration that lasted for 6 years. And now the Barker administration that is gone 10 months. The place looks like a pig pen where officials, people who are well dressed, people who ride luxurious cars, people who are buying $95,000, $98,000 cars, their ministry is there. They are hosts in those buildings. But nothing is done to beautify that place. The tire on the ground, on the floor, cracking now, the going apart. Nothing is done. So the people who should be looking at those things and who should have done what was meant to be done, they have now turned the back. They turned the back on it for the past 6 years. They are looking at you now, who said you have the expertise to do the needful. You are reneging on doing the needful, so they're using that against you. Year in former President Sirleaf administration, the second term, the 3rd year, when that building was dedicated. So let's say 6, 7, 8, let's say 9 years. For 9 years now, that play the 9 years. Say the Chinese people put that pin on that building. I stay there. Hey, Liberian leaders. When will we change? Go to foreign affairs. Oh yes, foreign affairs to some extent is unique. There are some little challenging moments there, but at least the foreign affairs, yeah. I also paid a visit to the LRA just a few days ago. The tire on the ground, can you imagine the tire on the floor? Some of the areas, the tire on the floor is broken apart. The wall, they are leaking. When the place is cold and there are leakages, you see the mold on the wall. In and out, is filthy. So this morning, we thought to raise these issues, and we want to give you an open microphone so that you can speak to the president, making your recommendation. Which one of these ministers, which one of these directors that are performing the land ministries and agency, what's the best performing ministry or minister? What's the best performing agency, director? Speak to the president. And who's the worst performing minister or director in this regime? Tell the president. 0778 on the Facebook page of Senator Darius DeLone, 19 hours ago, he wrote, he said, time to change, shake up or shake out. JMB shows that honeymoon over. Time for strategic, drastic, and timely actions. Reshuffle, suspensions, dismissals, and more prosecution for accountability. No more babysitting. No more excuses. And I am excited. We recommend where necessary. Our country and people deserve better. Service to the people. Zero 778-665-073, 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105 are the numbers to call this morning and form part of the Positive Show right here on Love FM 105.1. 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105 are the numbers to call this morning and form part of the Positive Show. While we await your calls, we go quickly for this commercial commitment to be right back. Don't go away. Put forth your calls on 0778-665-073, 08. By dialing star 799 hash, select number 10 for Love FM. 100 Liberian dollars in your mobile money account, or better still, 70 cents United States dollars can actually get you a part of the game. All right. So 0778-665-073, 0887-105-105. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name and join us from where?
I'm Terrence Wayi. I'm Terrence.
Wayi, let's hear you.
Yeah, my attention was drawn to the issues that you were discussing earlier about government officials' neglect of the facilities, especially offices, the buildings that they work in to earn. But yeah, and I'd just like to add, most of them, you see, some of we know them, right? A type of day ball work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they conduct themselves. So at the end of the day, it's just disgraceful on the part of every citizen in this country, because it's going to be a real shame on you to travel and come back to your country, bring a friend of yours, who's a foreigner, or whatsoever, and then for you to go to a ministry, for example, take transport ministry, for example, walk in that place, and you'll be surprised. It's almost like an abandoned building. Something just off about this country, that we all just have to keep discussing And like you're doing, we just have to keep putting more effort in it and let our voices be heard. Or else we are doomed. Because it happens every year, and it seems like there's no
President regarding performing ministers, directors, ministries, and those who are desperately performing. What is your recommendation to the president?
I mean, I can recommend to the president, more than the Constitution, has already done. The president has the power to appoint people
And this
who
means
work at his will and pleasure. So if they are working at his will and pleasure and it's not yielding results, that means, if he's keeping them there, that means he's actually done at his will and pleasure. That's the reason why when George Weah was president, and people used to say, oh, the people spoiling the man government. So I used to say, no, nobody is spoiling his government. He is spoiling his government because he got the people in position. If he accepts their job and see that, okay, they're doing good, I mean, he keeps them there. If he thinks that they're not doing good, he will obviously remove them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if he didn't do, that means it was a coup. They all did it together, so it's no excuse for anybody. So same thing with Joseph Boakai. And keeping them there because, the family to you, the friends to you, I mean, screw you. Because at the end of the day, Liberian people, will go and make decisions.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay. 0778 665 073, 0778 665 073, 0887 105 105. Call
Mother Zagama, and I call you from Harrisburg this morning.
Zagama, let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you very much. For me, the first thing I have to say is that Liberia, we are not yet blessed with good leaders. We only elect bunch of thieves and bunch of unpatriotic people. You are complex for God's sake, man. Where you have Army Modai that is purchasing vehicle over 90,000, my brother. Where you have ministers that earn more than $4,000-5,000. And every ministry in there have a maintenance budget. Look at the building. But you know what we are doing? We are stealing the money that we are generating for the country and waiting for donors, waiting for the Chinese people to get the country. Okay, we will buy pin to pin your building. That is how wrong and disgraceful these people have brought our country to. We should just be beggars. My brother, take your time and go to some government ministry and agency and ask to say you want to use the bathroom. Go there. When they generate millions of dollars, you will forever feel this. Graceful in it, and we have people that wear court suit. They wear court suit and have over $200-300 US. They go in the buildings. They don't have shoes. They don't have moral. In their homes are very decent. But where generate the money for them to carry in their real homes are very deplorable. How shame and disgrace, my brother, our leaders are. Then they recommend to the president this morning. But the president, for me, the president will do nothing better for this country because he has brought a bunch of criminals around him. The same people that destroyed the country before, they are the same people that have come. So there will be no change. For example, what Ronnie Guinness is doing at the Ministry of Public Works? What Guinness is doing at the Ministry of Public Works? for that particular road. Then he rendering apology. Then President Parker hears it. When it's not time for talking in like, bro, we are far below development. This is time for aggressive development. When you have someone in the modern era, our capital city, Monrovia, road is like, look at you better.
Oh, he's off the line. Hope you can pull for your calls again. 0887-105-105-0778-665-073. Let me take up the time to appreciate the head of Redemption Hospital, the newly appointed head of Redemption Hospital. You know, a man a flower while he's alive. We criticize the things that need to be criticized, and we appreciate the things that needs to be appreciated. Right now, you can take up your time and go to Redemption Hospital. Oh man, let's get this caller. Hello.
Yes, good morning. How you doing, brother?
Wonderful. What's your name and you join us from where?
Yes, I'm Joseph Freeman Rufus.
Oh, Joseph, how you doing, my brother?
Thank you. I joined you from Broadway this morning.
Let's hear you, Joseph.
Appreciate you so much this morning. You know, this country is like you marry a lady, then that lady keep giving you grown now, that lady become worse. You started to regret why you ever left your first lady that was giving you harder. Because the problem that you're going in, it will be worse than the one that you're coming from in. So it's better to stay with your devil than an angel from heaven. For short, you can see what's going on now. President Barker will interest you. For me, I'm for the National Patriotic Party. I supported this rescue team through Senator James Barney, actually. But what's going on, it beats my imagination. Look at what we see. Honorable Amin Muda. Muda is supposed to come and do this kind of thing with Elunsa, with Double Jara. Means that something they planned to do and they did it intentionally. That's something even they want to just bring it also. And you got Kopokoro in the GAC report. I just read the figure from 2019-2020. He was the Minister of Post and Telecommunication. And the other report from GAC, he needs something. What Barker is waiting for, the president is waiting for. The issue of Double Jara, Elunsa with Amin Muda, what President Barker is waiting for. Rufo, you can't tell me who is in my eye that I'm telling you Samuel Twede, then he got his own personal official having problem in the system, and they are serving as minister and deputy minister. What is Roland Giddy is doing here at the Minister of Public Works now? The issue now of a Grand Gide at the corner. And you know the people are not smart. Politically, they are not smart. Honorable Zotelaki and praise the system. He praise the Minister of Public Works that the road is okay. He for the opposition, sir. He put lash at him. What you need to do, muster the courage and make sure that road should not be cut up. Because what opposition have praised you a lot. And you sat down the road cut up. Top of your hand, like saying this morning or yesterday that the road have been cut up. Why could he say the road? Okay, you see that kind of contradiction? Remember, if you were the president, you would do anything for that road from Grand Gide to Monrovia not to be cut up.
Oh yeah.
Because one opposition came up and said the road is fine, they praise you. That they do could motivate you for that road not to be cut up. Because The people last accident on Zopeno, the old people, they almost want to expel him. Then Koli just coming to say that the road has been colored. You know what? The road from Moronga to Bank is better, then you leave it now. You call it Yaya Nameless say the road is better. What you think Zopena is sitting down now this morning? You can't do the kind of behavior here. It's very, very bad. Then you are the public administrator, you 40 among yourself, you're your deputy. One time you 20. For what? Instead of thinking about how you will fix the road from one place to another, some east have been caught up, you are not doing it. You said you're not doing different things. President Bakar, why are you away? You're not acting. Because the DA issue happened, you are away. And you acted. Why are you waiting for? People say, Kanda went. Technology is all over the world. You can stay anywhere in the apps. Then why? President Bakar, please act. We elect you on the matter of authority to what to fight corruption because you were denied 2017 because you said you were fight corruption. Your own boss, Ellie did not support you because of that. We said no, we want to fight corruption, we'll blow you now. Then you sit on it, you sit in now 9 to 10 months. I'm only waiting for President Bakar 4 months. That's my political party. And we're here for the betterment of Liberia. Because if you change Rufus, the changes will be for the better. You can't change for the West. Then what else are you changing? Do not change for the West. If it is for the White, we need there to make it better. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you so much, Yusuf Freeman. Many join us from where?
Yeah, this is Mr. Jackson. I'm calling from the Bonneville to be precise.
Just hear you, Mr. Guerre.
Yeah, I'm listening to your expose this morning, and it all makes sense. All the description you gave, the analysis you gave for the role and for it all along. When I come on that bill, the Chote road there, it is true. The road is popping out water gradually, and as time goes by, it will change the 77 bill. So it is true that there needs to be some shake up and move up. And to your question to who should be suspended, who should be removed, who should be maintained, I think we have. Liberian people, they are there seeking their own interest. You can be a minister the whole around, the pothole, the rule you feel it getting spoiled, you going back to repair, then you're saying now you're fighting among yourself because somebody want to get anything more than that friend. Getting it?
I'm getting you.
Yeah. So, Baga need to remove those two ministers and bring people that he chose. You know, we supported Baga not because of him person or because of Liberia. But what we're seeing is like, he brought people around him to compensate them, and these people are bringing him down. He forgot about 2029. 2029, you want to be in the picture of the wrong, we agree. But somebody here now, you will read all will be a formidable force to reconcile with. But if you sit out there, people doing things around and you're not moving, you're not shaking up, people judge him by his current performance. And this is what we don't want. Because we said the same thing about CDC and put in the rain, in our water. We sprang that water there. Today, they are taking our interest and we are still on the same watching. Politics, there is no permanent pressure, there is no permanent enemy. We follow the main president if you forget to look back at the Liberian people. We the people, we are resolute, we stay and we move whosoever come our way. We are pushing Liberian interest, we are not pushing individual interest. The first moving the power and the people are not looking at the Liberian people, and it is bad. We spoke against it so many days, so many times. This is also a little bad how it had that was passing because we were into it. People know us to be supporters of JMB and JKK. But when you call it them, They can't enter our phone. So we have made decision on Amin Muda. They made decision on Gillis and deputy. Because the people are telling us that they don't receive money that the Ponara they give to the contractor. And that no, it broke all down. Every day you can get interest. You just about to the time I want to do. You want to 20,000 on there. You know what? 20,000 now. How you expect I want to do that? Yeah, then I brought 018. They'll give you 100,000 where they will take out 50,000. I said, never do all the 50,000 here. At the end, you will not do nothing good. So, President Braga, if you are listening, we say, we are recommending to you to get rid of your 2 ministers as Minister of Public Works and the Common Ministry.
Thank you. Thank you so much, brother. Liberians are speaking their minds. Is the voice of God. Let's get to the line and take this caller again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, your name and you join us from where?
Yeah, I'm Joseph, Sons of Bodo, Unity Party, calling from Nancy.
Let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you for thank you for sending a lot this day. And only take we know quite 25. I stay on the ring the sun to support because I believe in my future. I believe that you're going to do the right thing with the Laben people, but I just go to the point. For me, all my friends are in the highway. Thank you for that. I continue to do I think you wrong. So, about the brother, I'm kind of asking you. You said that if you whenever you come to me, treat just any minister or anybody performing to go take it from the Bempo. You say that Bempo for you there, now minister. But now, what I see your government, this thing is not going well. I be going to tell you, my father, I believe in you, I believe in my future because I believe that before I reach the age of 25, there will be change in my life. Well, I don't see it. Tomorrow we support you and working in the community, ask your government, I go on. The rest of the we don't see your step. They say, I mean, Muda. See, you are in South Korea. You suspend the Indian people. Why have you, I mean, Muda? A personal interest? Because, I mean, Muda, so doing or doing computer, I think it's very wrong. Why you take decision in the country? You take decision some places. We are preaching for that one. But what we see in our country, we didn't think that well. See what our government doing. Our government is 15 million outside the budget, outside the law, and the but while believing you, we are not seeing a step. And I still believing that you can say you do something, but the people around you, they're so happy to lack. You know, upon anybody, senator go to go take people from there. Everybody do things on I don't understand about that government. I know system. They seem to push again. It's still happening.
Thank you so much, my brother.
Sure, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Sakama on and went off.
Sakama, continue.
Yeah, as I was saying, Rene Gillis, but now he's not supposed to be sitting at the Ministry of Public Works. This was the same Rene Gillis, our Public Works Minister, during President Salih time when they built the soft standard rules. Rules are all dependable. And President Braga knows about that. But now, Mr. Gillis should have no practice law from the ministry. I mean, Modai. What I mean, Modai did the mission command. Since he was appointed by the president, what has he achieved? And for me, I feel from the president. Do the president really call these guys every month to know
their achievement, or after every 2-3 months of their achievement, as a leader, do that thing you do. The next party is doing the mission of labor. What Kopoka is doing it? What Sylvester Grace is doing at the Ministry of Civil Presidential Affairs? What Grace is doing with a corruption allegation over him? I think President Barker himself needs to put his feet down. It's he's sincere. Because for me, I believe that President Barker is not sincere. Others are going to believe, but for me, I know President Barker is. Those are his friends. For example, President Barker was away from the country. Up to now, nothing has been done because those are people, for me, I assume from Lofa County, so the owner of Lofa County had to leave where they talk with Barker and all type of things. This is not how to run government. Government is not simple. The government is doing the work of the people. The Senate the people need. The rescue into power based on what they told the people. President William did a voice according to them. So President William voted out. They have come there. This is not time for excuse. This is not time to tell like people, kill our time. Because I know you knew the problem, you knew all of the problems before you came to power. So you can't come from America and you kill the concern. You took power during the draft in January. You took power. So from January up to April, yeah, what did you do? Say you knew that the world did not like you. That was your first responsibility, but you did not do it. You only did when you took 22 million. They believe he will never support his government. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Liberians are speaking their minds and being civil in the discussion. That's what we always look up to. You can discuss the issue without invectives. You can be very civil. You know, these are things that we want to see. These are things that Liberians will continue to speak responsibly. The media holds the public trust. So when the environment is created, we need to safeguard the airwaves from invectives. We should be the one to sit on our platforms and rain insults at leaders. If I tell you how bitter I am with what is unfolding in my country, I feed on the internet and rain insults? No. That is not my making. That's not my upbringing. So journalists, we need to see reason in being civil in our discourse. We need to see reason as professionals. You can't refer to yourself as a professional person, then you go on public space and using words that are not meant to be used. So this morning, we are affording you the opportunity to speak to the conscience of the president. Speak in your mind, in a civil mind, and recommending those individuals who the president have entrusted to serve in capacities in his government. The ones that have desperately performed pat on the back and tell the president this minister or this director is actually performing as well. So 077-866-5073, 087-105-105 are the numbers to call this morning.